I decide to go search for karma as soon as I'm done with Mr. Broom, or as soon as it is done with me. He should be sitting at the bar or at a table. I find him at the usual table talking to Waltz, who has his head on a box. Why if it isn't the princess? Lovely morning, isn't it? It is the same as any other. Nonsense. Every morning brings new opportunities, right, Waltz? I guess so. Every day there's another chance for a good deed, princess. Right. No clever comments today, princess. I do so enjoy them. Maybe coming to karma was a bad idea. I would love to stay and offer advice, but Waltz and I better be off. We do have work to do. You mean that you're going to put me to work? Work? Parfite asked us to pick up some provisions for the tavern. She asked us, but in the end, it will be me carrying everything. You'd make a lady carry everything? Karma suddenly stops, then whirls to look at me with wide eyes. Oh, I cannot say that I like the glimmer in his eyes. How would you like to help, Princess Lucid? I'm sure this would count as one of your good deeds. I'm pretty sure that's not how this works. Oh, Waltz, you're no fun. Helping karma carry things does not sound pleasant, but I'll go. Truly? Oh my, Waltz, it seems I will not be requiring your assistance today. Princess, are you sure? Perhaps this might be considered good. Besides, I'll finally get to leave this place for the first time since I've been here. I am sure. Okay, take good care of Princess Karma. Of course. For the rest of the day, Karma takes me to different shops around the town, reading off of a long list and giving me the coins to buy things. I notice that the town people treat me nicely when the two of us are together. I do not understand why everyone likes Miss Karma so much, but maybe it is because they do not really know him. We stop in the middle of the town and sit at a small cafe on the outskirts to take a break. Miss Karma is still the picture of elegance. Why do you dress like a woman? Darling, not so loud. Why is this even a secret? It's related to my curse. I mentioned that before, didn't I? What was your curse again? Karma was one of the people at the tavern who did not share what his curse was. Is knowing my curse even so important? You know what my curse is, so tell me what yours is. You dragged me around town to help carry your things. But princess, those weren't even my things. They weren't mine either. Okay, I will tell you, though it is very sad. I do not think a curse is meant to be a happy thing. I have the beauty's curse. It is what forces people to fall in love with me every time they see my handsome face. Is that really a curse? That does not seem awful at all. Terrible, isn't it? terrible. What? Most people don't agree with me. It does not make sense for a witch to cast a good curse on you. I guess it doesn't, does it? Thank you, Princess Lucette. Why is he thanking me? Still, it feels like I am missing something. Is that really the entirety of his curse? But don't people fall in love with you when you are a woman as well? No, Princess. That love is admiration or appreciation, sometimes lust. And when you're a man, they swarm to me like moths to light. It becomes suffocating. Whom does it affect? The curse only affects women. It is a condition of the curse that they be a woman and that I be a man. It's part of the fairy tale. Which fairy tale? The one with... Oh. Karma suddenly stands up and points at a man selling red apple-like candies. He pulls me over, insisting that we try one. I tried to bring up the subject of the curse again, but to no avail. Karma somehow manages to be distracted for the rest of the day and is able to effectively dodge my questions. Is Karma hiding something from me? Why would he? I thought pairing up meant helping each other break our curses. Does he not want to break his curse? Oh, thank you so much, Lucette. We were in dire need of these supplies. I supervised her well, didn't I? Of course, dear. He did not do anything. Princess, you wound me. It's the truth. But we had that nice talk. You avoided half of my questions. Karma lets out an exasperated sigh that becomes a very forced yawn. I'm going to bed. Today has been a tiring day. Please excuse me, darlings. Sleep well. Sleep well, Karma. Karma walks away, leaving me alone with Perfect. He's not so bad, you know. I do not know why I agreed to work with him. Give him a chance, Lucette. I did not get a single good deed today. It's not just about the act, but about the intentions. Did Karma just use me then? I am tired. I am going to go to bed. Tonight I will rethink my partnership. I barely sleep that night. When I wake up the next day, my body is sore from carrying supplies around town yesterday. The more I think about Karma, the more my anger boils inside of me. How could I not have gotten a good deed yesterday? I decide to find him first thing in the morning. I see him at his usual table, once again staring out the window. A dark aurora seems to surround him, and I notice that no one is sitting with him today. Karma. He keeps staring outside, and his eyes are glassy. Karma. Oh, Princess, good morning. It is far from a good morning. I did not sleep at all last night. What a shame. His voice is surprisingly cold, his tone rather dismissive. I was too busy thinking about yesterday You told me that helping you would maybe help me complete a good deed. I point at my necklace, which hasn't changed at all since I received it. Do you see? Not another piece. You get pieces added to your glass slipper? That's charming. I was thinking that pairing up with you was a bad idea. Princess, did you just say that you were paired up with me? I did. You must have known. Oh my, I assumed that you just wanted to help me. I didn't know you were pairing up with someone. That's right. I never told him directly I wanted to partner up. So, should I have? Well, it does not matter what I say anymore because I do not think you can help me. Princess, I can't help you do a good deed. You have to do them on your own. I can present you with opportunities, though. Opportunities? We start first by thawing the ice around your heart. So even karma is calling me the Ice Princess. At least I speak my mind and don't pretend to be someone I'm not. And I do not promise things I cannot deliver either. Princess, I do believe you misinterpreted my words yesterday. That is not my fault. Patience is a virtue. Now, if you could, I would like some time alone. I did not sleep well yesterday. Didn't sleep well? Oh dear, that makes all three of us. I turn around and see Rumpel appear at the front door. He strides toward the table with a confident grin on his face and then takes another seat. Karma lets out a sigh. Wow, man, what are you doing here? You flirt with a man once and he hates you. Is that it? No, you flirt with a man and then you insult him unnecessarily. Oh, I thought that was all in good fun. Something about the expression on Rumpel's face tells me that it is not true at all. Are they always going to be at each other's throats now? What are you doing here, Rumpel? I couldn't help but overhear that you were looking for a partner, Princess. I thought I might offer my assistance since I know that I can help you make far happier than this fool over here. Would you like me to hit you again? What is the problem, sir? I only came to provide assistance where you could not. Rumple turns to me, grabs my hand, and winks at me. What do you say, Princess? We could be wonderful partners, and in no time at all, I swear I would have your heart aflutter. Before I can slap his hand away, Karma slaps him instead. I cannot help the surprise on my face. Would you like another slap? I am in no mood for pleasantries today. I don't know how I ever mistook you for a woman, a lady. You're the most brutish man here. A slap for each cheek, darling. Would you like a third? Rumple stands abruptly from the table and glares at Karma. I can almost feel electricity bouncing between the two of them as they stare over my head at each other. I see Jurian walking toward us with a stern look on her face. I would never hurt a person unnecessarily. I don't resort to violence. My, then that gives me all the openings I need. No matter how annoying Rumpel is, I don't think he deserves to be abused so much. Besides, Karma does not usually lash out like this. I move to stand in front of Rumpel. Princess? This is pathetic, Karma. I know you're not in the mood for pleasantries, but that is no excuse to hurt Rumpel. Princess, please move. You are acting like a petulant child. Fine, you're right. I wasn't expecting him to so easily admit to a mistake. I turned to Rumpel. I was only standing up for you, Rumpel, because Karma is annoying me. I looked down at my necklace, but there is no extra piece. So that wasn't a good deed either. Alright, what's happening over here? Jurian comes to stand in front of us, her expression stern. Oh, nothing, my sweet. I was just showing myself out. Thank you, Princess Lucid. Rumpel leaves, and I am alone with Karma. He slumps down into his chair. After making sure that he won't do anything rash again, Jurian leaves us. I'm sorry, Princess. It appears I really was being a child. Rumpel is harmless, and there was no reason for me to act as uncivilized as I did. What would Father think? Father? Oh, it's nothing. But please, if you would, can you give me some time alone? Fine. I leave Karma sitting there by himself and returning to the front of the tavern where Anise has more chores waiting for me. Today I have to work as a server, which is still better than working with Mr. Boom. The usual people are at the tavern and I overhear conversations as I work. At one point, Garland walks over to the bar and Anise serves him a drink. He looks sullen and I watch him curiously for a few moments. Then I notice that he is staring at Jurian, who is talking sternly to two drunken men continuously clacking their bottles together at the table. If you make too much of a scene here, you're going to bother the other customers. But the same people are here all the time, eh? We are not bothering anyone, hun. Garland looks so agitated. What is wrong with him? I will not stand to have you call me that again. Loosen up, woman. You may have been a knight at a palace before, but got no such title now. Garland stands up and I can see silent anger in his eyes. A few people at the bar look up at him with worry. I may have no title, but I still demand respect. Sir Garland? Are you okay? He looks back at us, almost like he is coming out of a trance. I'm fine. Sorry about that, ladies. He sits back down, glancing once more at Jurian as she continues speaking to the men. They glance at Garland warily, their expressions more somber. Why was he acting that way? Garland's usually more composed. Princess, is something on your mind? No. I brush all thoughts of what just transpired from my mind as I return to my work. Hours go by and my body protests to all of the leaning I have to do. Even though I had to carry a lot around town. Yesterday, it was nice to be out for a while. Maybe I am better off helping him just to avoid the chores in here. At least that stops me from being worked to the bone. Oh, Princess, you're doing very well today. I always perform like this. But today you're delivering everything really quickly. Do you mean to say that I don't perform well on other days? No, Princess, I only meant to say that today your performance is even better than normal. Is that supposed to be a compliment? I walk away from Anise, who stares after me sadly. If she wanted to give me a compliment, she could have said something that wasn't so backhanded. As the Severin clears for the day, I finally have time to sit down and relax. As I am sitting there, Oates pulls up a chair and sits in front of me. Hello, Princess. I heard from Anise that you were excellent at your job today. Congratulations on improving. Princess? So you're mocking me now too? Princess, I think you're taking things too seriously. The intention of a compliment is to, compliment someone. We're not making fun of you. You are implying that I am not normally as good as this. We never said you weren't good at this. Only that you are better today. Let me give you an example. I put on a puppet shows for kids. Sometimes the children come to me and say that the show was even better than usual. So the children are telling you that your shows aren't normally satisfactory? Not at all. The children always smiles, regardless of whether they really like the show. So long as you're trying your best, that's all that matters. The people in the bar are always smiling when you deliver food to them, aren't they? No, no one likes me here. Maybe if you smiled, they would smile back. I am not going to smile for any of them. I do not owe them anything. You don't need to owe anyone a smile. Any smile that isn't owed is fake. Princess, I am leaving Waltz. I want some time to myself. I walk upstairs to my bedroom, pointedly ignoring the look of sadness on Walt's face. I have been sleeplessly laying on my bed for hours. Sometimes I hear sounds of people walking through the hallway. Who would be up at this time of night? I need to leave and get some fresh air. It is eerily quiet at night. I stop when I hear faint sounds coming from outside. What is that? second thought, maybe it would be dangerous. I turn and see Delora looking at me with amusement flickering in her eyes. Did you come down to visit Mr. Broom or something? I didn't know you two had gotten so close. We haven't. It was a joke, Princess. You really don't have a sense of humor, do you? I think it is you who does not have the sense of humor. Snappy as a crocodile, as always. So, what are you doing down here? Couldn't sleep. Me too. I heard some sounds. I just wanted to see where they were coming from. Sounds? Are you really spooked by some sound of the forest? Or are you just too curious for your own good? Curiosity killed the cat, you know. I did not ask for your opinion, which... Well, the both of us could use some fresh air, don't you think? I stare at her in surprise. Come on, I know a place we can go. Delora and I eventually found ourselves in the forest. Those sounds, it sounds like metal against metal. Well, I guess with you being partnered with Karma, you would find out eventually. Excuse me? I get the answer to my question when we walk through the trees and come into a clearing. I finally see where the sounds are coming from. Two men stand in the clearing, swords clashing. One of the men is Garland, who is poised with his sword. It takes me a moment to realize that the other is Karma, who isn't in a dress. So it was he who was with Waltz that night. Neither he nor Garland noticed us at first. Princess, you're staring. Of course I am. What is all of this? A practice session. Karma is a very talented swordsman, and he practices at night with either Julian or Garland, depending on who's not on patrol. Karma can use a sword that well. The king told me once that only knights could have such skills. Just who is Karma? Oh, if it isn't the princess. His voice is nothing like the feminine voice I always hear from him. Karma actually sounds like a man. I notice him looking at me in between his strikes with a little smile. How does he remain so composed and steady with a distraction? Princess? Karma quickly finds an opening in Garland's hesitant stance and then pins him to the ground with his sword still smiling. To be distracted is to die, Garland. I know. The ability to see distractions and then put them in the back of your mind is one every knight should hone. You must know everything that is happening around you, but only deal with the pertinent things. Yes, sir. Karma straightens, sword in hand. Moments later, Garland stumbles to his feet and gives an obedient bow. Karma nods at him before sheathing his sword. A slow melancholy begins to creep into my heart. For some reason, seeing this sword practice makes me nostalgic. though I am not sure why. What are you practicing for? To protect, princess. Knowing the sword is the same as knowing the shield. It's a means to protect. To protect. I think I remember having this kind of conversation with them before. I can never figure out how to counter an opponent when they're mere inches from my face. My commander called that once the enemy's kiss, a standoff where your eyes locked onto your opponents because of the proximity. The best way to counter that is to feint the sword in the opposite direction. It throws your opponent off because they're not looking. Oh, that makes sense. But the enemy's kiss, what a name. It seems so dramatic for a sword move, doesn't it? Swordplay is dramatic though, isn't it? Isn't the most effective swordplay not meant to be flashy? Princess, I didn't notice you here, there. Good morning, princess. Well, the most effective swordplay cannot be predicted. The commander says it needs to be robust and quick. Sometimes swordplay can look like dancing though, which is why some think that professionals are flashy. That seems unnecessary. Everyone has their own methods, their own skills. All of us knights fight for different reasons as well. Isn't it to protect all of us in the palace? Well, yes, but we protect everyone in the castle for different reasons, princess. The knights protect for different reasons. I turn to Karma. But Karma, you're not a knight. No, I am most definitely not. But since Garland and Tyrion begged me to teach them, I have somehow become their mentor. There is no way Garland and Tyrion would do that. After all, both of them were the best knights in Angel before they were stripped of their titles. Karma actually speaks the truth. Tyrion and I really did have to get down on our knees to beg for him to instruct us. What? Is Karma really so talented? So you are finally impressed with me. What do you think, princess? I am the picture of elegance in this outfit, aren't I? You know, I don't know why you and Rumple fight so often. You really are very similar. Don't compare me to that fool. He has no class. Just because you come from another different background doesn't mean he has less class. So the reason you were so tired today is because you do these practices at night? Ho ho, I suppose I've been caught red-handed. Why does this have to be a secret? Does it have to be with Karma's curse? But he is not in his disguise now. We could have been working on breaking our curses today, but no, you decided to staying up late into the night practicing was more important. That was probably why you are grumpy this morning. Well, our protection is vital, don't you think? Garland, you were at the palace. How is it that Karma possesses more skill with the sword than you. Princess. Karma is special, Princess. He is more talented with the sword than a lot of other people. And I do pride myself on being a splendid instructor. But never fear, Princess. I will help you dispel your curse. After all, you did just suggest that we were still partners. Can he really help me with my curse? But how will he do that by just presenting opportunities? We'll try again tomorrow, darling. But for now, Garland and I have some more work to do. This time, Garland, do not lose focus. Yes, sir. The sound of swords carries through the night air, and for a long while I stand with Delora watching the two men fight. Karma chides Garland often, telling him that his concentration is waning. Karma is a good swordsman, perhaps even better than the palace knights. His nimble swordplay repeats again and again in my head, even when I return to the tavern for the night. Lucid, I've told you before the knights are an unruly bunch. But mother, they are so much fun to watch. They are dangerous, Lucid. Any person with a sword has the potential to use it on you. But father says that those knights are supposed to protect me. That they are, as that is their order. But as people, they may not be so good, Lucid. Not so good? The king has told you that the knights are meant to use swords to protect you, but you cannot trust them completely. Even though father said they would keep me safe, sometimes the people we trust are the most deceitful. And a man with a sword has a weapon to use against you. No matter what he says, be wary that he can turn on you. Haven't I told you before that you should not trust people? But the knights are... Even knights can be treacherous, Lucid. Do not trust man with a sword. He can be dangerous. Yes, mother, I understand. Try to understand, my sweet. I only want you to be safe. Yes, I understand.